Donald Trump granted dozens of federal pardons in recent days. So you know what that means? It's time for the states to step up, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So in recent days, Donald Trump has pardoned or commuted the sentences of dozens of people. So does that mean that all these people are home free, completely in the clear? Maybe not. Why do I say maybe not? Well, so many of the people that Donald Trump pardoned are, his friends, his criminal associates, his political supporters. So many of them committed serious, consequential financial crimes. There's a good list, albeit a partial list, of the people that Donald Trump pardoned in a recent New York Times article titled, "These are the people Trump has pardoned so far." And it includes people like former Republican Congressman from California, Duncan Hunter, who criminally misused campaign finance money, basically stole from his donors more than $150,000. Former Republican Congressman from New York, Chris Collins, securities fraud and conspiracy to violate federal securities laws. Former Republican Congressman from Tennessee, Steve Stockman, fraud, money laundering, stole hundreds of thousands of dollars, including funds that were meant to go to charities. Here's the thing, folks. These federal crimes committed by these criminals involve stealing money in one form or another. When they steal that money, do you think they report it out as income on their 1040s, on their federal tax filings? No. They're also violating federal tax laws. Now, that may not be one of the charges that they plead guilty to, but those are crimes that they in fact commit. Here's the thing. When these crooks are violating federal tax laws, you know what else they're violating? State tax laws. And here's the thing. When these financial crooks commit these kind of crimes that violate both federal laws, including federal tax laws, and state tax laws, it's not at all unusual for the federal government to take the lead in investigating and prosecuting these cases and these crimes. The federal government typically has more resources available than many of the state governments, and the federal government is often perceived as having, the bigger legal hammer to wield. But there is nothing saying that once a federal pardon has been granted to these financial crooks, that the states can't then go after these same financial crooks for the state crimes they committed. In fact, I remember when the Republican Party was all about states' rights, right? Prior to Donald Trump rolling into town, right? The Republicans were forever screaming about how we need to shrink the federal government, reduce the federal footprint, spend less federal money. Let the states take care of the citizens. And they have some support for that belief because the 10th Amendment to the Constitution kind of divvies up the rights, those rights that the federal government gets to exercise and those rights reserved to the states. And I'll summarize the 10th Amendment, but it says, the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution are reserved for the states and the people. Right? The federal government's powers are few and enumerated, and the states are vast and virtually unlimited. So now that the Duncan Hunters of the world and the Chris Collins of the world and the Steve Stockmans of the world were given a federal get-out-of-jail-free card by Donald Trump, It's time for the states to step up. State attorneys general, state prosecutors' offices, state district attorneys. It's time for them to step up and dispense a little justice. Now, there are fixes for what Donald Trump broke. And these are ethical fixes. They're constitutional fixes. They're lawful fixes. They're not easy fixes. They're aggressive fixes, right? But nobody said justice was going to be easy or genteel. I mean, justice is a full contact sport. That's certainly the way Donald Trump plays it. And he plays it corruptly and nefariously. Well, you know what? Let's play it just as aggressively, but fairly and honorably and constitutionally. And the states prosecuting these financial criminals that Donald Trump just gave a get-out-of-jail-free card is playing by the rules. It's playing aggressively. It's recognizing justice as the full contact sport it is, but it's the right thing to do. And it's the just thing to do. And justice matters. As always, folks, thank you for tuning into these videos. If you'd like to more formally support our all-volunteer efforts here, you can go over to patreon.com, sign up to become a patron, and if you do, I will send you some Team Justice stickers with a personal handwritten note of thanks. You can also find me over on Facebook, Justice Matters with Glenn Kirshner, and of course, on Twitter all day and night trying to answer your legal questions at Glenn Kirshner 2. As always, folks, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.